Yeah, it feels good
bro.
to be able to come here and really celebrate somebody. You know, Live House Productions, all the way live. Check out the show. We rec and review things, right? Recommend and review things, and a lot of times, it's a back and forth, trying to figure out how we feel about things, trying to feel why we like things, trying to feel out, where's the game headed. And it always feels good to really be able to genuinely celebrate somebody. And I think with this project, Baby has earned that. What you think?
For sure, bro. Like, it's really dope. This album is really, really dope, you know? And it's like, it's one of those few albums I think, like, once you. This type of sound is so played out, right? Like a lot of people are doing this sound.
But you can't say that because of what he did, which is the whole thing.
What do you mean by that?
Like, if you could take a Kendrick project, right, and you can be like, this is how you teach a class on hip hop lyricism. My hot take for this album is that you could low key take this album and teach a class on how to make a hip hop sound like last. You feel me? How to make this is how when a sound is seem like it's gonna be dead, this how you revive it.
Interesting. So you're saying this sound revived a certain. Which sound would you say then it revived?
I mean, I'm mostly talking about his own, right? Like, Baby has a very specific flow. As soon as you hear Baby on a song, it's him, right? Not saying that he doesn't have people copying him, but there's a very specific sound that Baby has in his music, and he's a prolific writer and a producer of music, which means we've heard a lot of Baby since Baby came out, and the flow hasn't changed all that much, but this is a masterclass on how to keep that interesting, on how to use features to keep that sound alive. It's very well thought out, and it's even in like his production choices, like there's very few missteps for an artist that has a lot of peers and predecessors that have fallen off for minor mistakes.
So, because like one thing we do in hip hop really well, right? We'll celebrate a sound heavy, and then once it dies, or once it gets overused, the originator of that sound will be the last one holding it. You know, like you're always the last to know that you fell off, type thing. But in this instance, I like this is how you keep your sound evolving without losing the element of it that excited everyone. And I think this album is super exciting. It's one of those albums off of your first listen. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? And I hate to be like a prisoner of the moment, but it's one of the best first listens I've had on an album. I think just enjoyability, thoroughness, and it's crazy because on My Turn, the album before this, Baby did a similar thing where he kept it going, but like it seems like he realized the low points of that particular album and did a whole different, tighter version of it. It's brilliant, dude.
I mean, it's really well put together, and I also appreciate that.
Are we being prisoners of the moment right now, bro? Are we just held up because we're having all this fun, you know, eating all this good food? Miles is drinking Remy Martin, apparently. You heard that pronounced?
Yeah. Pronounce it like you pour it correct. And I hear you. Like this is a different vibe even for us, right? Like listening, recording a review. It dropped today. You took a 37-mile run, got to loop it, got to hear it a lot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I can appreciate the value in revisiting this album, but I think above average when you hear it, especially with a hip hop ear that is that has rinsed through a lot of mediocrity. So with my hip hop ear, there's something else here, because I wake up a lot of Fridays, go to artists that I like or that are popular, and with my personal preference ear and with my ear as like somebody who spins record as a DJ, I'm looking for something. And this has an abundance where a lot of other folks, I'm scraping together one or two tracks that I like. The diversity here from a sound that I can't at this point explain how it's diverse or why it's diverse is satisfying.
Yeah, very very satisfying. And honestly, it feels like a bit of a breath of fresh air, bro. Because so many times we've had we've anticipated some big drops this year, and for the most part, I think that hip hop is in a pretty decent place in the type of quality of music that we have, and it's very diverse. But in the same sense, like some of our biggest drops have been this you always have been left like, I get it, but I wish there was, like for instance on the Kendrick album, Kendrick drops and it's theatrical and it's impressive and it's grand, and it's beautifully put together, but like I wish I would have had more slaps or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Drake, it's all dance music. I wish I had more rap. And then the last Mac Homie, it's dope, but I wish I would have had more Pray for Haiti. And then you get this, and it drops, and you go, well, I just had everything that I need.
Well, I think it's something to be said for hip hop, as some artists are single artists, and some artists are album artists. And this isn't a I'm chefing this on the moment, so I haven't thought about this before.
We're prisoners of the moment. Help us.
Need somebody.
We're prisoners of the moment.
Anyone.
This looks like a fly prison.
Yeah, me, you, and Miles Davis. I wonder what we got arrested for.
These look like the mugshots they took of Rocky in Sweden.
Yo, that Sinatra one.
The Sinatra one.
You feel me?
It's our Sinatra episode.
But yeah, I think there's something extra special when somebody who's not, or somebody who you wouldn't think would be an album artist, somebody who you would be content to just rock off the singles.
Baby's been dropping albums for a long time though, bro.
But Baby's been putting together albums of singles. Like when My Turn came out, we had already heard a lot of the songs that we knew were gonna hit before. Some to Prove, I think, might have been the first single. We knew Whoa was gonna go crazy, right? Like,
but like Baby always does that. Baby drops so much fire. Every album has gang singles on it, but that's just because of the type of artist makes. Do you think we can play music in the background?
We can't, otherwise we'll get demonetized. This whole so we can play music before and cut it, and we can play music after and cut it. But if we play music in the middle, then if we transfer that video elsewhere or do anything else with it,
you heard.
Yata.
I tried.
So sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But to that same point, right?
Boo Miles in the comments, please.
Boo me up.
What?
I'm booed up. Don't worry about it. 2018. 2018, right? Crush a Lot, Time, Anyway, Realest in It, Chastise.
Pure Cocaine.
All of that came off of Street Gossip, and we heard a lot of those songs before the album actually dropped. So I guess what I'm saying is this was one where it was like everything came together in the album moment, and to get that from an artist who I'm usually content to listen to on the radio and hear when I'm out was fire. So I can't commend this man enough on all of his choices. And if I can add one more thing to that, 23 songs, an hour and 5 minutes. This is the easiest hour of music to get through that I've had in a long time.
And we ran it this morning too, working.
I don't recommend a lot of artists drop albums that are over an hour. Like,
I couldn't believe it was an hour. You know what it actually made me? It made me question how long an hour of music actually is.
All right, now, come on.
It changed my perception of
Lil
time.
Baby bent the space-time continuum.
Come on, bro. I was there. I seen it happen. It was wild.
Wow.
It was wild.
I seen it happen.
I was with you. You
there.
were doing emails for 2 hours.
And baby,
and one of those, and we played that album in the background, and it just flowed. But like, that's the thing. We played it in a work environment. I played it when I was at the gym. Played it when we were driving. Playing it here. very versatile, and it's like it's not. I hope this album goes appreciated because even in this genre of music, the features that he has are also doing an incredible job. ESTG is on there. That Friday, I don't know something about this dude's voice, bro. Something about that Friday's voice with two eyes. Friday with two eyes. He was also on that DJ Khaled God did.
There's actually a lot of artists that are going crazy on the hooks, man. Shout out Blast. There's a few people in that space that are really.
It's pronounced Blackst.
It's not. Is it Blackst?
I don't think so.
Him and Six Lack are gonna come beat me up.
Yo,
No, I'm playing.
that's a good one, man.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, man, it's cool to see the growth. It's cool to have many segments to be able to pull from them and connect to them. Needless to say, I think you can tell just from watching that we had a really good time listening to the album. I really dug it. Jay really dug it.
Mm-hmm.
Hassan was like, and I respect that.
We'll get our producer's score. He'll put his score up. We're interested to see what it is because I give it a 4 out of 5 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm with
maybe
a 4 out of 5.
maybe even a 4.5. I don't want to be too hype about it, but
I think a 4
out of 5 is very fair.
I think a 4 out of 5 is solid. I think I was surprised by the lack of ear fatigue, and I was surprised by somebody who I thought I knew their skill set showing me something that I would to still be interested in and to follow. So I'm down to give it a 4 out of 5. Lil Baby, It's Only Me. Drum roll, please, for the producer score. Where we at? What's the official?
He said
score?
He hasn't finished listening to it.
Okay.
Okay. That's very fair. That's very fair.
So it's a 4 out of 5 for now.
4 out of 5 for the boys.
We inching towards the end of the year, man. So it might be we're not too far off for maybe a year review. I think this will be there. Like that team from Coach Carter. It will be there, gentlemen.
It will be. And we're gonna be doing the official review again next week, Friday. What we do is quite easily we spin the record, it drops, we listen to it live. It's a whole party, man. It's a listening session. We all get together, have fun with it, play some of our favorite tracks. We'll keep figuring out how to put it out.
Yeah,
but definitely join us. It's a time.
Y'all keep figuring out how to tune in, man. Whether y'all in the car, whether y'all working, whether you studying, whether you reading, whether you chilling out on this fine Sunday, whether you about to go engage in some service yourself, listen to some hip hop yourself. We appreciate you. This is a celebration of celebrating. It's a celebration that Zway is in the building. It's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of how good it feels to be healthy. Don't it feel good, Zway?
Hey, man. We thank God for health.
Big facts. Big facts. Shout out to y'all. Stay healthy, get well, get better. And we're going to get up with y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah, I get that. But is we live, though? Is we like